Welcome to the Red and Tera Show, everybody. We have our very first guest. A privilege to have this man just even speaking to us at this stage. I mean, we tried to get there in Conway, but our views are too low. So, good old Joe from the Wind Up Merchants. So, everybody, we have Joseph from the Wind Up Merchants here. Joe, what's the crack, dude?
I'm a bit offended. That sounds like I'm second best here. What the fuck?
Well, no, third best. I didn't know the name of the other fella. So,
right.
naturally, yeah, but you were literally the slim pick. I just knew you would do it, so.
I'm low hanging fruit, man. I'll take what's going.
yeah, that's how my
Joe, I only got you on here because I need you to answer, right? Fintan promised me a gaff, and I haven't got my gaff yet. What's the story?
Well, is this a fake background? Is this one of them fake Zoom backgrounds?
Yeah, I'm in a fucking shed out the back here at the moment. Where's my gaff?
You're a cooler kid. You're not part of my constituency, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Such a political answer, that as well, isn't it? Like,
diplomatic, isn't it? It's a good one.
Yeah.
Diplomatic. Right, so just so everyone that watches, obviously they clearly know you already because you're a god, but just want to let the folks know who you are, what you do. I mean, I could do it for you.
Yeah.
Lazy cunt.
Yeah.
What? So you want me to do it?
I want you to do it. You do a better job than me.
Fuck. I mean.
Oh. You have to do this.
Oh, I did. Did you get that, Andy?
You jumped. What did you say?
I said you have to do it I said you have to introduce yourself. We have to do it in 50 words or less.
That won't be hard.
Short boil.
Yeah.
I mean, I make comedy sketches for the internet as the Wind Up Merchants, but I collaborate a lot with other online Canadians. I do a little bit of stand-up comedy, but I'm a video producer first of all, and then I don't know. I just like having the crack, you know what I mean? And just acting the bollocks on the internet and taking the piss a little bit.
Well, I have to say, I'm quite a skeptic when it comes to comedy. I'm a bit of a snob, to be honest, but I really like you guys.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying that just because obviously you're here. It's why you're here, to be honest with you.
I definitely second that, man, Joe. What you are doing at the moment, for me, it epitomizes the new comedy coming through. He's at the top of that, you know what I mean? Yeah, and Darren as well. My brother, man, put me on to Darren a while ago as well. And I've been showing him your stuff, and the lads fucking love it. All the stuff through the COVID, like, it was just brilliant. It was almost like the COVID helped you.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I think it did. It was a bit of a hindrance in the start because everybody was sort of abiding by social distancing and stuff, but that people just kind of got a bit complacent around that, and they don't mind now standing shoulder to shoulder with you in a comedy sketch. I was like, you know.
Days we hardly was socially distanced comedy sketch, and you just have to keep panning the cameras, like, texting each other to lead the jokes, like.
Yeah, well, there was comedy sketches over Zoom, like, you know what I mean, which I wasn't mad about, like, you know, because I like a little bit of production value in the comedy sketches.
Well, here to kind of start it off, right?
We're not started. I thought we were in the thick of it.
I was ready to go over the slash. How we finished.
To start it off, the skit you did for the bars reopening. Tell us a bit about that and the background. Something happened. You were plagiarized a little bit or whatever. So let the people know what happened there.
Oh well, there was a comedy sketch that it's an awkward one to start, like, without digressing too much. That video was actually made 2 years ago for Good Friday, when the pubs opened for Good Friday, and then at the end,
shared it when it came out.
Did you? Yeah, good man.
As I said. And
then Jesus shows up at the end, and then you know, it's about Good Friday and the pubs open for Good Friday, and it's hilarious. This somebody who was a bit of a genius in their own right, because we probably should have done it, but they repackaged the video as like when the pubs open for, like, after lockdown, when the pubs open after lockdown, and this fella has like 300 friends on his Facebook page, but the video blew up and got millions of views and was shared thousands and thousands, like tens of thousands of times, and didn't credit us at all. Like, just ripped the video down and then re-uploaded it with the ends taken off, and just didn't give us any credit. I even messaged him to see what the story was, and he just gave me a thumbs up and then blocked me.
Oh, Wanker.
Yeah, Tom's a big.
Yeah,
big
call him
thumbs
out.
up.
What's his name? Call him out now. Who the fuck
Oh,
is that?
I don't have his name.
Fucking arsehole.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But that party was an arsehole. Like, it's great that millions of people seen the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just kind of shite that we got nothing out of it. But it kind of put us back on the map because, like, you kind of go through peaks and troughs when you're making comedy sketches. You know, people just only remember the last big one you done. They don't remember the shit one that you brought out last week. Like, it's kind of weird.
And then someone remade it then? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So a pub in I think it was Austria, like just completely recreated.
That's where Hitler was born. Not surprised.
Completely recreated it, shot for shot, scene for scene. They even spoke in English. They were like, "We're open, come on in, come in." It was just like a complete rip off, and again, like no credit given to the original creators, and like eventually they probably didn't think that we'd see it. They probably just thought that you were making a sketch for themselves. I'd be more pissed off at the other fella, to be honest, though, who originally ripped it and re-uploaded it. I'm more pissed off at him than, because it's like, I suppose, doing a cover of a song. You know, I mean, can you get pissed off when someone does a cover of a song?
Not really,
It's not a cover. That's the thing. It's not a cover. What they did is it's like taking like an Eminem song and then just putting it up and getting all the views and if you absolutely no recourse. There's no you know, Facebook can't get on and because you don't want it taken down because as you're saying, millions of people are watching it, which is good. And it also, for me, if that happened with us, I mean, we never went millions because we're a bit whack. But
back in the day, you were getting tens of thousands of views on YouTube. You're lucky now to get 3,000 views on YouTube now. So what you were doing back in the day, like, was unreal.
Yeah, I know. It's being modest, Joe. No. But the point I was going to make was, like, the one thing about it is at least it shows you, you guys, that you have the ability to go viral. You have it within you to make something that's so good that, you know, people will receive it. So
even if it was a mistake.
Yeah, but it's again.
You get a bit of luck. You get
the clutch that straws when they make the good things out, like, because it's pretty dire.
It was actually really successful when it first came out, but it was very colloquial because it was about pubs opening on Good Friday in Ireland, and you know it was definitely a colloquial sort of.
Yeah, it was
regional.
regional.
Yeah, it was yeah. And
so for the COVID thing, it became more of a global success because everybody is in the same scenario. So when
and actually that's the third video that kind of went really massive, really blew up for us. So that's kind of what gave us comfort that, like, if you have one viral video, you can call it lucky.
Yeah.
If you have two viral videos, you can call it really lucky. But three, it's, you're
on to a winning formula, or what you're doing is the right thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. Like, I have to say, like I genuinely am, like, I'm a fan of you guys. I mean, like, the very first one that I actually watched, because I'm the sort of person that I'll watch something, and if I don't like it, I won't go back to watch it again. Like, but it was the first one I watched was the girlfriend one.
Yeah, was that the first one? That was the first one. That was the second viral hit that I was talking about. Like, do you remember the Lewis driver sketch?
Yeah, no? That's what I was going to say. The Lewis one was the first I ever seen, and we cracked up at it.
Yeah,
the Lewis drivers were looking for more money or something, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was brilliant, man. That was spot on.
I know, like, again, I'm a little bit of a hater, so I think I seen it but ignored it, and it was only when I seen the girlfriend one, I kind of was like, I'll see what it's about. Because I actually seen you on the thumbnail. You weren't on it.
Are you sure Red's not living in, like, Donegal?
I don't know. He's frozen there.
He's just
probably
frozen.
Getting off. Anyway, can we talk about it now? That fella's an awful prick.
Yeah, that's out of the court. You both went silent there. I was like, oh, wait, just what the fuck? No, so when I seen you, I was like, oh, I'll give it a click. And the part where, and again, because I love the Irishness of it, and for me, that's what kind of is the best selling point of it. But obviously, because I'm Irish. But the part where you're like, what was it? oh, look, I'll only let him, I'll only get him drink half points. And all the lads will call him a gabo, but I'll say he isn't. Like that part, that's brilliant writing. And it's so simple, but it's so do you use like, you know, ad-lib, or is it all written, it's all fully, you sit down, script reads, and what way do you do it?
Most of the time, it's there's a lot of improvisation on the day, but there is a script, and it's pretty detailed, and you try to stick to the script because you could kill a whole day improvising, even though a lot of time the best stuff comes out of improvising. And a lot of the stuff in that was improvised. Like when she started counting down from 10, 9, 8, like that wasn't in the script. Like that wasn't part of the plan. So that was just that. It felt right on the day. Because when I'm writing a script, I have an idea in my head, but when you're actually there, the dynamics change. The people are different. Like it's different.
Yeah, sometimes the location doesn't suit what you want, or you don't have the props or whatever you might need or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Like there's so many variables that could change. You know, the light could be crap outside, so you're like, fuck, will we do this inside, or like, do we need to be here? Do we need to say that, or is this like, even if it's a prop? Well, yeah, I do script it. But we improvise around the script a lot of the times. But the funny thing about that sketch is we had like a string of flops for about 6 weeks or something before that, and at the same time, Rory Stories was bringing out videos and getting fucking quadrillion views on this crap, and we're putting so much fucking effort in. We're buying props, we're going to locations, we're renting locations, we were renting offices and everything to bring out videos that only get like 6,000 views or something on it, and it was just like, oh, why don't we just do a fucking stupid Rory Stories video or something like that, but just make it good, give it a bit of production value, but just to see if the formula works, like the relatability of a girlfriend not letting a. So the idea is kind of a parody of itself, but we built on it a lot, like by completely making a slapstick version of it. Yeah. Instead of it being very real, that's why we go, oh, I'm just like, oh, can he come out?
The thing is, it is quite real. It's just like even that coming out, it's a real thing, but it's more kids would do that sort of to come out, but you turn it, and that's so great brilliant as well, because that's what I'm saying, like that. Oh, he said they call him a gay, but I'd say he is. You can imagine like a 12-year-old saying that. So when you have adults doing it about going, it's brilliant. Like it really is very good. And then the knock one as well. Great idea. Like
but that was all improvised. That was 100% improvised. That we just took the camera out for the day and we were like, what are we doing? And then David McDermott had an idea for the knock, and he went, get out of here, gaff! Like he wanted it. That's all like that he really wanted to do. Like that that was just mad. Yeah, and no, it was pretty popular as well. Yeah.
I think my taste is amazing, because my 3 favourites are probably your 3 best. So that says a lot about me.
No, you were just a bandwagoner. You just jumped on after they doing well.
No, but again, because I watched a few of them back again today just to kind of refresh. And again, because I'm not even a laugh out loud kind of dude, and they actually make me laugh. So like, it just genuinely are. Like it's fantastic, and that's what I was wondering about the improvisation part of it, because I seen the blooper. He's done a little blooper reel. Yeah, and that can be like, improvisation can be great for the shot if you can do it and nobody laughs until you shout cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you do and you have this great zinger and then everyone laughs and it fucks up, you try to reincorporate it, and that might have the same.
Yeah. And you try to recreate and you try to capture that, like when it happens in the moment, it's hilarious. But then you say, do that again, and then you do it again. You're like, oh, it was the spontaneity that's actually what's funny about it. But if you're laughing at it at the time, it's usually funny in the video. I see when I'm looking back at a video that I've made, I don't know if it's funny or not, because I've spent hours editing it. Then, like, you know what I mean?
I often feel music is very similar to comedy in that way. When you're in the studio, you'll catch something in the moment, and when you try and redo it, it loses that raw energy that it had when you came up with whatever. It might be an ad lib or something funny or a catchy hook or something. You do it on the spot, and then when you come back to it and say, right, we're going to tidy this, it never has the same like fucking unique element to it. It always feels like you're trying to fucking force it or something.
Yeah.
And even with the other part, you were just saying that you never know if it's good, because we'll do that. Me and Tera will be in the studio, and like, me and him will be writing maybe 4 tracks a day. So you play the beat, he's the headphones on, I have headphones on, you play the verse, you listen to the verse, and when you listen back, you go, oh man, that's dope. But when you release it, because you've kind of heard it a lot, or you know, you forget that people are seeing it for the first time or hearing it for the first time because you're bored of it, or you've made it and you've sat on it, so you've obviously heard it a lot, and you kind of start down. Same with battles. Like when I was writing for battles, I'd be sitting there and I'd be writing bars and I'd have it down and going, right, that's me 3 rounds sorted. But then because you practice them for so much, you're sitting there going, oh, that bar actually isn't that funny, or this bar isn't that funny, or this. You start kind of doubting yourself because you're overcritical, or you probably heard it yourself too many times, or you've seen it too many times, or you had it envisioned, and the more you do it, it kind of fucking loses it. But now obviously when you do it today, everyone loses it.
Can I ask you, when you're writing out your sketches, at what point do you know it's ready to go to production? Is it when you just have a punchline, or is each one different? Will you add to it as you're there, or do you know when something's perfect and we have to shoot this? Well, at what point do you kind of feel like the joke is ready, or the scene is ready?
Sometimes a sketch writes itself, and when you get an idea in your head, and you're probably the same with music, man. I think it's the same with any art. When you get an idea for a sketch and you know it's a good one, like it's topical, it's relevant, it's relatable. If it has all of the elements that a good sketch needs, you're like, oh, you write the notes down in your phone, and you're like, I can't wait to get to my laptop and write this out. And then it just writes itself, and then you want to like film it the next day. That happens, like, and when you feel that happening, you're like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great. Like, so sometimes it happens instantly, and then sometimes you're sitting on an idea. Like, I don't know if you've seen that Bosco one.
Oh man, have we what?
Amazing.
Fucking hell.
So I've been sitting on that Bosco idea for a long time, and then it's
the elements of the Joker in it. Like, I mean, you and Darren, you play the characters are perfect. Like the way Darren is so intrusive, and then what are you getting annoyed for? And then the pissed off attitude.
You would like it. I don't think you're that funny. That's just it's so Irish. I love it. Like,
it's brilliant.
And even the clown, like the Bosco, like it's like. It's perfect. Like it really is. Like I'm so happy for you because you're doing such a good job. Like
I mean, the intensity at the end when he starts, when you start it, your man walks out with a jacks, like it's like, oh sorry, it's just fucking. Every part of it, every element to it is spot on. Fair play, man. Fair play.
So when we're trying to do a sketch, we always try put in a punchline. So in that one, the Joker, obviously that's like a punchline. But then your man coming out of the jacks is a punchline on top of the punchline, which you do in battle rap as well. Like you do the same thing in battle rap. Like
it's still a setup, but you think it's a punchline, but it's still a setup to the punchline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I was sitting on that Bosco idea for a long time, and then like I've thrown the idea at people, and they like the concept, but it wasn't until Jer Walsh, who filmed that, he kind of had the idea to put the Joker twist on it, and I'm like, oh. Great, like, so we had to wait until the Joker came out and that idea was fucking cooked.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do it too early, and you know what I mean, and it doesn't hit as well. So all these things are meant to be. Do you have any skits that you really, really, really liked, and then after you filmed it, thought it was shit, like? And genuinely, not criticize yourself, but genuinely thought this, or what the fuck was I thinking when I made this? Like, there'll be a few tracks like that.
That was like every tune we did with Collie back in the day.
There's one of the more recent videos that we done was an idea, like, you know, we were in the tents waiting on the pubs to open.
Yeah. Brilliant.
See that one, yeah. What's that one, yeah?
So I really liked the idea of that one, and then we filmed it and put it out, and I didn't really like the finished product, but it performed really well. And then there's other times where you have an idea and you really love the video, and then it just falls on its face.
Yeah.
And then there's other ideas where you don't like the idea and the video is like.
No, but again, that's the same with tunes. Yeah, it's the same with tunes. We do the same. We make a track and be like, this is the one. And you put it out, and then like people are like going, oh man, no, I'm not a big fan of that. But track number 7 on the album, and you're like going, that's a fucking, like, we literally wrote that in 24 minutes. And there's one day it's again, like, probably, because we had the same, when me and Tera's method of writing was usually just the two of us in the studio, play the beat, and you basically have half an hour to write a verse.
Yeah.
And so like most of the tracks that we've made were written in maybe the guts of an hour. Every single track we've probably ever made.
I was actually I was at one of the writing sessions. You wouldn't remember me, I doubt. But
yeah, of course you do.
No, you do not.
I was actually gonna ask, like, you were from back in the day in the scene when you came in back in the day, like.
Yeah.
No, was it in Terrascott?
Yeah, it was in Terrascott. Yeah.
I remember.
There was loads of people. There was Steenson, Newey. I think Collie might have been there. Used to. He's even asked me if I wanted to jump, like, because I don't know what it was. I think it was like 8 bars each or something. And I probably could have done 8 bars, but I was like starstruck. I was just like, no, I'll just sit here and just look at you all rapping.
that I wanted to ask you that as well. Like, I know you were mates with Steenson or whatever, but were you actually into the Irish rap back in the day when it was kind of starting? Like, because you used to show up at gigs and all with Steenson everywhere, but I thought you were just a mate of his that came along, you know what I mean? You might not have necessarily been into it, like.
I love the scene. Big into the scene I was back then.
Like, you were at all the battles and all that back in the day.
Yeah.
The ones Rob battled at.
No, well, all of them. We used to go to all of them, man. I love the battles. I even go to some, like 1 or 2 of the. I don't even. There's so many factions of. I don't even know what's what now. Like, is this the name of the company? Is this the name of the night? Is this like it's so convoluted? Back then, it was like DFI is the event. And then
we did DFI 1, DFI 2. DFI 3.
Yeah.
It was quite simple, like. Whereas whereas everyone else is coming out with fucking like, plagiarists and all these kind of weird words, and you're sitting there going, but they're doing it. I understand why they're doing it. They're doing it because it's kind of a battle rap thing. Whereas when I was doing DFI, I wanted to do an Irish battle rap thing. I think that separates DFI from the other guys as well, because even the battlers were more Irish focused, because it was more focused on wit, humour, rather than bars.
Yeah.
I think that kind of, like, so everything was kind of quite simplistic, the Irish logo. And I wouldn't even mind, I'm not even a proper rathead. I just, I just appreciate, like Irish people are inherently witty.
Yeah.
We just are. We have our own unique kind of sense of humour and deliverance of said humour. And I don't think it's utilised enough. And again, I think it's one of the main reasons I like you guys, because when you watch it, that Irishness is there, but it's not overly, it's not overly Irish.
Do you know what it has?
It's naturally Irish.
It has an element to it that you're like, I wish I thought of that. It's so perfect. It's so simple. I wish I thought of that. And it's like some bars you'll hear like that in battle rap or in tracks or something. You'll hear somebody use a scheme or something. You're like, fuck, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
And I think that's what you have achieved in the comedy element, is like, you've just simplified it. You've took like such perfect scenes and scenarios, and you've made it just seamless.
Yeah.
The little jokes in it and all, like, and I have to say, I'm delighted, because we know you from back in the day, to see that you pushed and you're doing your thing now. That for me, it's kind of it gives me a little bit of pride. You know what I mean? Like, I know this fuck up back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? It's brilliant. Now, fair play to you, lads.
Man, I think it's mad. Like, because I was, and still am, such a, like, I was only talking to the lad. Whenever, when you get fucking drunk with a few of your mates and then you end up playing old tunes or whatever, it always goes back to you lads. Like, it's like a funnel, it's like all roads lead back to fucking class A. If you're talking about Ireland.
My mates aren't even kind of fans. I don't think I have one friend that bought a CD off me, to be honest with you. Like, or even the lads never really came to the gigs. But every fucking night, every weekend, I get texts off the lads going, "Oh, here, look at what is the dub life," and the fucking dub life on the thing. Like, it is mad the way, and like a lot of people, they always end up kind of converting back to class A's. Like, but again, we are kind of one of the earlier ones, so it's probably a natural thing.
But there was a
we cannot revert back to Rob Steenson though.
The what?
Why didn't you revert back to Rob Steenson on the nights out?
Wait, he'd be with me. That's what I'm talking about. Like I'm still mates with Rob. Like I'd be.
So he just play all his
He doesn't
features.
have friends anymore. No, I actually seen Rob about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I've always liked Steenson, I have to say.
Is he still doing the MMA or?
I don't think he has been doing it now for a while, but I think he had 2 or 3 fights that he won.
I seen one of the videos he put up, man. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I know. I know.
He leapt onto him, man. He did.
Yeah.
Doing all he had, fucking spot on.
Yeah. He's all about the jiu-jitsu, like so.
Yeah. I know. There's a good bit of nostalgia for back in the day. Like you forget when you're knee deep in it.
Yeah.
You're looking back, it's 8 to 10 to 12 years ago, some of the stuff, and you're like, fucking, where did the time go?
You know, I played the guitar in his band, like.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that, right? Okay.
I remember working on all the tunes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Fuck, of course. Yeah.
If there's any consolation, Joe, I didn't know that.
Did you not?
I did.
Oh, okay.
That's what was it? The Summer Rain tune.
Yeah.
Love that.
That was a good tune, man.
Yeah, I'd still play it every now and again. Every rainy summer day.
Oh, we went back to Al Newman's house on a night out one time, and Woody was there and Funzo, I think, was there. He had that beat. He had made that beat for Summer Rain.
Yeah.
And he just played it, and it was just, you know, when you hear something for the first time and it just resonates with you and it just sticks with you, you know what I mean? You don't have to play it again to like it. You just instantly like it. You like it straight away. Like, that's what, yeah.
Yeah, that was quality. The video and all, I remember, was pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Video?
Huh?
Did you produce the video, Joe, did you? Or was it John and Lambert?
No, Lambert.
John,
Yeah.
It was a J.
The other one that reminded me like that was Soyo's drum tune. The first time I heard that, the beat and all, it was just like perfect. You nailed it.
Yeah.
It's not
Are you still involved? What's his involvement now with the Irish hip hop scene? If you aren't involved, do you still listen to the music? Like, because it's kind of having a little bit of a renaissance now. Like little dialects that they're bringing out with banging tune there with that District K.
I'd seen it pop up now, but I didn't listen to it now. Is
No.
District K the name of it, or is that the name of the group he's with, or something?
That's the name of the tune.
Ah, right, yeah. No, I haven't heard it. I kind of float in and out a little bit myself. Like, I'm still making stuff, and I'm still working with people, like mixing tracks and all. Like, I've been doing a lot with Versey and stuff like that, trying to help him out. And still, I have loads of stuff with Johnny Darko and Kelly, and with my own stuff. I've stuff with Red still there. Like, there's loads of stuff there. It's just trying to find time for everything. You know yourself.
Yeah.
We went help a letter for fucking nearly a decade, and you kind of, as you well know, some stuff you think should work, and when it doesn't, you get disheartened a little bit. And we reached the ceiling very quickly, I think, in Ireland, and we couldn't push on beyond it. That's what I think kind of happened, and you kind of want to do other things as well. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it can be fucking disheartening, but you just can't. You need to question, like, what's the reason? Why are you doing it? Like, you know what I mean? Is it to be a successful artist, or is it just to make art? Like, so.
But no, the problem that we had was that we were doing it for just to rap because we love rapping, but there was a demand there for us. But
yeah,
it kind of became a job that didn't pay very well.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, you're constantly getting people on saying, "Oh, when's this? You're dropping this, when's this?" And then you drop it and they won't even share it, or they listen to it and tell you it's dope, but they're not. It's like what I would say about the Irish is that the Irish don't support you until you've made it.
Yeah. Well, I think the Irish, they love an underdog. So when you're small, they want to lift you up. Look, I think with the wind-up merchants, when we have no followers, all of my mates and all of my cousins, not everyone around me, like, kind of shared everything that we posted. And then when you get like 10,000 followers, they're like, you know what I mean? We did like, it's like,
they like it until you make it.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. I think like people, Conor McGregor, like, becomes super successful, and then suddenly everyone hates him. Same with Versatile. I think they're going through a little bit of that patch as well. Like, you know what I mean? People.
Well, they've hit the cancel culture, haven't they? That's what's coming up for them.
Yeah, they fell into that trap. There's no avoiding it at this point.
But that's a good thing about us not making it, because even if we made it, if we tried the track tomorrow, we'd be cancelled once they go back over like our skits and stuff like that. No,
imagine our back catalogue. Fucking rape skits and all. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We've done 3 rape skits in an album. You know what I mean? Just, you know, and then our problem as well is because we're kind of so pro free speech, we wouldn't be like, you wouldn't see me going, oh look, I'm sorry about, we know rape isn't funny. I'd be just like, they were funny at the time. I listened back when everyone was there going mad, and I laughed. You know, it's like rape isn't funny, but our skits are. It is what it is. But yes, it's quite probably a good thing. It was like, it's the same reason like I was thinking of getting into stand-up. You know, I've really I've always wanted to do it. And at first what kind of knocked me back was Bill Burr, because that would kind of be my style. But I'm not going to do it as good as he does it. So I was kind of like, and then I'll end up, and with the ginger hair and all, I'll probably look like a rip-off Bill Burr. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. But then I was like, oh no, Red, like I've always wanted to get, like I could literally get on stage now, hand me the mic, and like I don't get nerves. I don't get pre-gig nerves. Like, no. So I would stand up a freestyle. I would literally just stand up and just start trying to make people laugh. Like, but that doesn't get weird.
So you've seen us gig before. Like the first 5 minutes of every gig we done was just Red freestyle and stupid jokes for 5 minutes. Like,
yeah.
Even then, like, are we ready to go yet, Red? No, DJ. No, hold on, one more joke. Right, come on.
Yeah, but the problem is now though, is that I wouldn't last 5 fucking minutes because I'd be cancelled as soon as I'd be forced.
Yeah.
Do you find that's an issue when you're? Do you try and write around it? Like, are you conscious of it, or do you just put it out there and, you know?
Very, 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 very conscious of it. Very conscious of it. Today, I was out filming a sketch with the lads today, and like the punchline is that, like, it's hard, I need to explain the whole sketch, but basically the punchline, spoiler, the punchline is he's wearing a dress at the end. Like, he's acting like everything's normal, and someone's at the door, and he's trying to act like nothing's wrong, and then like there's a big word reveal. This isn't my idea now, but I'm just to give you an example. It's my mate's idea. So the reveal then is that he's wearing a skirt. From the waist down, he's wearing a skirt and high heels. So it is unusual. It's an unusual sight to see. But I was thinking, that's not funny, David. Like, that's just a man wearing a dress. Like you can't. That's perfectly normal. Like, you know what I mean? That's the view that people will have, is that that's perfectly normal. So that's not a punchline. You can't use that as a joke. So I'm very aware of that. Not that I don't think it's very funny, because it is a strange scenario to be found in, but it's that could be seen as homophobic or transphobic or whatever you might want to call it, you know. So it's definitely an issue, and it's been an issue with other things. Like, we used to dress up as girls. I don't know if you've seen the older sketches where we dressed up as women.
Well, I've actually seen that on the blooper.
Yeah,
there was bloopers where you'd be sitting around having the crackers dressed as women, like.
Yeah, so ring girls. If UFC ring girls were from Dublin, and then we're taking the piss, we have wigs on, stupid makeup, and we're like, oh, they're bleeding battered, like, you know, going crazy, like acting like Northside boards. But like, I feel like you can't do that now, because why not just, like, what's funny about that? You know what I mean? Men can dress up as women. That's not funny. Do you know what I mean?
The funniness of it is it's the what you are saying in the. So if I'm watching that, I'm not sitting there going, oh, these guys are dressed up as women. It's the like, he are strealing by the balls, or, you know, whatever kind of what words you are saying to. That's kind of what I would look at. But I understand a lot of people look, oh, why did you have men dressed as women? Lord, they must be. I was like, no, it's and like, I always feel, and I still feel, comedy is sacred ground. Like, you should have carte blanche, because that's what comedy is about. Comedy is about taking the bad of society, the ills of society, and trying to find a piece of humor or goodness or laughability within a bad situation. That's what comedy it's always kind of been about. It's always been about, you know, making jokes about stuff that's kind of inappropriate, but, you know, it eases the tension, and people can go and they say with all the politics that's going on or whatever, people have that drummed into them fucking 23 hours a day. So if you can go to a place for 1 hour and laugh about it, that's the point of comedy. But it seems to have lost in 2020. People are like, oh my God, you said that joke, therefore you meant it.
Yeah. Well, people don't look at the main story arc anymore. They look at everything that's around it and get pissed off by what's around it. Like, so that sketch, for an example, is basically, when you boil it down, is the joke is this lad is acting like there's nothing wrong when really there is something going on.
Yeah.
And that's the joke. Like, and then the reveal at the end is like, oh, okay, like, because he's acting over the top, like, what are you looking at? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing going on here.
What is that like? What is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So instead of them focusing on the joke, they're focusing on what is going on around the joke.
The social aspect of it or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, just listen to the fucking joke. Like, don't be worrying about, I don't know. Like,
and now you have to worry about people going back in time and subjecting something that was cool a couple of years ago that's not cool now.
Oh my God.
Taking it out of context and out of time and putting today's views on it, and then going, oh, look, you said this about women or transgender. You know what I mean? It's like, where the fuck does it end?
Yeah.
Like I think Red was right. Comedy, like, and I've seen it happen with battle rap, it should be sacred ground. You should be allowed to say whatever you like, but we're getting into this territory now where it's like, yeah, you have to censor it a little bit, or you can't do a comedy show if you're doing this. You have to keep it PG. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, with comedy, you have to push the boundary. You have to take the stuff in society that you can't speak about without getting attacked.
Yeah.
Go there. You have to be able to discuss those topics. Like,
you have to, like, for the last 100 years, comedy was challenging the main narrative. It was that's what it was like. It was like saying, this is the main story, and you're just kind of pushing back a little bit, But now if you push back a little bit, you get like an army of like people kind of attacking you, especially online. If you done it this is why I don't think it's so bad in stand-up comedy, because if you're standing in a room with 80 people, you might get one person pushing back on you. But if you do it online and 800,000 people are watching it, you're getting 1,000 people attacking you. And that's like an echo chamber. That sounds like a lot of fucking people, but it's still only, it's the same percentage of people. Like, there's still like 799,000 people that aren't offended by it, but there's still 1,000 people that are offended by it. So it's much louder.
We get it with some of our videos, and like, to be, you know, if there's 1,000 comments, 50 of them are like, you're fucking shy. Why you did like fucking Irish people, blah blah. You know, you get to say, but like, you should never read them anyway. You never read the fucking comments. That's
I fucking love it, man. I love it. I actually
love the comments. Like, I like reading, like, say Tera's Unlimited Limitations, whatever. He puts a solo track up. I like reading his ones, his comments. I don't like reading comments that I mean, because I'm gonna know what they all say anyway. Like,
there's only one comment that ever bothered me on a video, like, and I get a lot of negative comments, and I know loads of people that don't like that. But on it, like, I don't know if it's just the way I was raised or what it was, but it really just, it's water off the duck's back to me.
Yeah,
like, I actually
have to be. You have to be.
Yeah, definitely. But there was one that was just really, like, I was on a night out and I was pissed, and somebody remembered me from that night out and said, and just commented underneath it and says, and it was very physical, like, it was about my physical appearance, like, that slime, you said, that slimy, skinny, fucking reptilian looking cunt, and he came into me pub and he done this, and I was like, oh, I'm really ashamed. I just felt shame and embarrassment and insulted because it was about my physical image, and it was just like, what a horrible, nasty thing to say. Like, why do you even care enough to say that? Like, what the fuck?
That's what you have to view it as, like, someone who would take the time out of the day to do that. They're not worth your time.
Yeah.
Like, the comments have never bothered me. People can say, like, what's the worst you can say? I'm shite and I shouldn't rap. I've heard it a million times, like. But when someone likes,
agree with them.
Yeah. But when someone picks out something and says he looks like this or something, it does get you a little bit. Like,
you say to me, like, oh, Red's like, you're the worst in Class A's, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know, like, they're the 3 best rappers in the country. Yeah, but like, you should even be in Class A's. I'm like, oh, well, I know, but he needed my shit at the start. So, you know, like, I had a Mac I recorded the Drink Money mixtape, so that's why I'm involved. Like,
and because I'm rap man, so that's why we needed him.
Yeah, rap man, he was my producer as well, so that's why I'm in it. Yeah, but you can't rap work of shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know, but I managed to be in the best Irish rap group in history because they just winged it. But again, and the thing is, it's true. Like, and that's what, I think maybe that's why it doesn't bother me that much, is because like people go like, oh, you're the worst in Class A's, and they're going, yeah, I know. Like if I listened to a Class A's track, I'd be going like, he's the best, he's second, he's third, and that ginger.
Who's defined as being Class A's? It's you,
me, Tera, and Louis.
Oh yeah, you're out of worst.
Right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. Have a good day. So when like, I don't know if that's a defense mechanism. I don't know, but I think it's just I'm brutally honest, and I've always been when I'm talking to people, and I can take brutal honesty as well. And it's like, well, I always thought that at the end of the day, you're coming in here onto like something that I've created. Like I like, you know, like I'm a part of this video that you have come to watch with 100,000 other people, and you're sitting there going, "Oh my God, Red, you are this," and I go, "Mate, you're typing a comment on YouTube." You know what I mean? So I win by default. So and there's also sort of that, but yeah, like, I try not to read the comments because some of them are so stupid that you get offended by the stupidity of it. Like I had some guy follow me around on videos because I wore a chain. And it pissed him off so fucking much that I had, and I actually went in one day and said it to him, I was like, mate, that chain is a present of my sister. Like, am I supposed to tell her, oh, sorry, I can't wear this present you got me because, like, John or 909 from YouTube thinks I think I'm American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got people, it's like, oh, no way, Tara, you wore that T-shirt in some other video, and it's like, man, what the fuck, like?
You think we did the video the same day?
You know what I mean? Whatever, like,
we've done 3 videos that day, mate. They're going to see you again. Guess what? I have a surprise for you. Spoiler alert. It's in the next video as well. Like
it was washed, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, now
if someone criticizes your art, it's all right because you can make another piece of art and you can make that better. But if someone criticizes your physical appearance, it's just like, No,
got that before as well. Because in ginger, like, it's the go-to. Like when I get stick, it's usually appearance and then rapping ability. Because I'm not, let's be honest, I'm a 4 out of 10. So I rock with that as well. So I'm like, oh, yeah, look at me. Yeah, I'm ugly. What am I going to do?
I think the one, just to lick some more arse, I think Still Get High is probably one of the all-time greatest Irish rap songs to me. I remember I was in Donegal and my mate actually introduced me to it. I was just on a holiday and it was the tune then of that. Am I right? Yeah, that's you, Reza. Yeah, Still Get High.
It's not me, yeah. Me and he who cannot be named.
That became the tune then of that holiday. Like it was just constantly played on that holiday, and then even afterwards, and just like, holy fuck.
Let's be honest, Joe. You had it in your Bebo flashbox, didn't you?
I probably did. I probably even did.
Yeah, like for me, going anywhere with that cunt, like literally, you couldn't go anywhere. It didn't matter where we were. If we travelled abroad, whatever, you'd be walking down the road. Everyone would recognise that cunt. And you'd be like, oh yeah. And there's Tera, by the way. And the cunts would be like, yeah, all right, but Reg, no way. What's the
Reggie felt bad, like, because I was walking with Tera and I had to introduce him to other people. They're like, oh, let's see you again. Oh yeah, there's Tera. And they're like, oh yeah. So be someone.
Cunts would like, no way, that's Reg. No, like literally everywhere. You could be anywhere. Pick a town in fucking Ireland where whatever, Glasgow, Edinburgh, whatever the fuck. You'd be walking down the road and randomly someone could be like, no way, that's Reza. And he'd be like, yeah, that's Tera as well. Like, and he'd be like, yeah, Reza.
That's where we brought to the Class A's table. Popularity.
Not even funny. The cunt recognised everywhere. How could you forget a face like that? You know what I mean? But,
remember the time we were down in Wicklow? I know it's going to sound a bit braggadocious. We were down in Wicklow when you're driving through some shitty town. And I was in the back seat of your car, I think it was. And there was a bunch of lads smoking hash and they go, no way, Reza! I was like, Tera, go. Look at those lads. They were in the back of a bleeding an FTO. The window was like this size. Maybe stupid heads. And I go, no, where did fucking Reza? I was like, Tera, go.
It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. The boys are walking down the road with cans going, no way. Like everywhere. But that was like everywhere.
It's not even that. The worst about it is that they ask you to rap for them.
Yeah.
So you don't get people walking up to go, no, Joe, from the Boynton Merchants. Give us a skit there, will you, pal?
Make me laugh.
He's like, here, Red, give us a rap. And I'm like, what the no?
Yeah, but I
rap about his hat there. And I'm like, okay, that's monkey. Just that fucking like. So yeah, people have it. And I appreciate it though. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to know that because again, it's like 90% positive, and like I've had like it's why I didn't go to the Blacker. Because I go to the Blacker and it was a fucking absolute coin flip. I was either going to be sitting there with the lads and they're all going to be loving me and saying, oh, fair play to you, or it's, you think you're deadly. And because I'm a smart cunt, I always say, no, I don't, everyone else does. Which is not a good thing to be saying to people when they're drunk and they're trying to start a fight with you, to be honest with you.
Like, yeah, sarcasm doesn't usually work when other people are drunk.
Yeah, so literally, you are.
I don't usually get recognised in a funny way.
Man, I see you all the time around Killock. Fuck off.
Yeah, but you know me, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I
don't thought you would.
Because the wind-up merchants is not really identifiable. I think, like, if let's take Darren Conway for an example. Like, that's Darren Conway. Like, Darren Conway's page is Darren Conway. Whereas the wind-up merchants, I think people could confuse that for just a page sharing other people's videos. I've got gives a laugh. Someone said to me, "Didn't show it at me, gives a laugh like I'm bleeding Enya Martin."
So come here. What you were saying, if you just like if you were just Joe, and then you'd be recognisable because it's under the banner. You're not. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Come here. How did you meet Darren anyway?
I get a look like this. I get a look like they'd be afraid to say it. Just like, where do I know him from? That's sort of like, did I see him at a party?
It's because you have your hair. You need to mess your hair up when you're walking around. That's the problem. Then they recognise you.
I need to dye my hair ginger.
Yeah. How did you and Darren end up linking up anyway? I think that's a perfect match. You really match up well together on the skits. That I Can Fucking Fly skit was, man, I watched that about 5 or 6 times. It's hilarious, like.
It's so fucking
so you've like, where did you go? Just around, like, so all right, it's like boys just went around, like. Man, how did you link up?
Well, we actually made like the one of the merchants. We put together a 30-minute pilot TV show that we were pitching to production companies and broadcasters and stuff like that. And so we collaborated with everyone like Alpha and Up in Egypt, Enya Martin, Darren Conway, and Jamie J. Carr, and we had planned if it went any further that we would have collaborated with a few more people. But that was the first thing that we done was with Darren Conway. But that was like 3 or 4 years ago. But like we stayed in touch a little bit, and like he posted something about Mary Lou McDonald, and I'd be like, oh, we should do it.
Yeah. When he boned Leo, man. When he boned Leo.
He's done it again today, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
He fucking boned him, he did.
Yeah. He tried to like be like Leo, just trying to be.
He's a slime bag.
Cringy, man, absolutely cringy. Like, Jesus Christ, stop.
You know, he would detest the type of characters that Darren does. Know, Leo detests them. You know, because of what he's done politically, that he detests. That. And he just tried to jump on the bandwagon with it, and he burnt him. It was brilliant.
Like, how dare you? Like, try to. No way, you don't get to fucking be part of this.
Yeah.
You're not offended, Leo. Fuck off. People.
Yeah, no, we burnt him, and it was fucking brilliant. It was brilliant the way he done it. Like, fair play to him. He's some balls for doing it, like, but whatever. Fuck Leo, you know what I mean? But it was slimy the way he was trying to jump on it as well. Like, I'm hip and cool, you know. Like, fuck you cunt.
It was like Mr. Burns, wasn't it, when he came in, or like fucking your man, hello fellow kids.
Yeah.
But that's to the groove.
Whenever we start, like if he put up something funny and it gave me an idea, I was like, oh man, you should do it, because he can only do like. The wind-up merchants couldn't have made that flying sketch, I don't think. Like, I had the idea, like, that we should... So anyway, I keep digressing. That's the way my brain works. Like, whenever I think of something that triggered that, and then I think of something that triggered that. But...
Could be a fucking rapper, pal. You can't even watch telly.
Yeah.
It's so bad. You watch a telly and your woman say, oh, yeah, so there was an announcement. You're sitting there going, announcement, smoke announcement, and with the boys. Automatically, then you turn around 5 minutes and the film is over, and you're saying, what the fuck? didn't even write it down. It's only down, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's did it ever happen to you where you'd fucking thought of a sketch and before you wrote it down, boom, or a punchline or something like that? Because that always happens with, man, you think of the best bar and you're like, I'll remember it, it's killed, and then 10 minutes later, like, bollocks, what was that? Always happens.
Or usually a sketch is topical, and then like by the time you're actually getting around to filming it, you're like, this is outdated. Like this was like 3 weeks ago. We can't do this anymore. Like,
yeah, it's the way the world is, isn't it? It's like even doing these podcasts. It's actually like doing tracks. We have tracks there, and you know by the punchline in it, the era it's from. So you might do like you know.
I have a perfect example. I have a perfect example. Like, so I actually listened to one of the others that come on randomly on me shuffle today, and it's one of the tracks that we're going to be releasing. And the last bar on one of my tracks is what's it? Class A's on the boss tip. Flow was so cold. It wouldn't be long getting frostbite. If that wouldn't be long getting frostbite is out about fucking like about 15 years. So that's going to be coming out soon. Yeah. And that punchline is on it, like so.
Gonna bring it back. But come here, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying anyway? You were digressing. You were talking about how you and Darren linked up or whatever.
Yeah, so like we'd message, like we'd be in contact, but we never actually like we'd had our ideas for sketches, but then none ever really came of it. But then Jer Walsh, he's a filmmaker, and he's a really sound bloke. Like, and I've worked with Jer before, and Jer's worked with Darren before. So between the three of us, we kind of says, yeah, come on, we just do something like, and we were just throwing ideas back and forth, and I was just thinking of Darren's audience, like when Darren, like the stuff that Darren can say, that if I said, people would be like, what the fuck is Joe talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'd love a point where I'm not hungry. Like, if I put that up, they'd just be like, okay. Like, but when Darren says it, you're just like, Darren's a mad joke. Darren's a mad thing. So when I was thinking of the flying sketch, like I was just thinking, what the fuck would his audience like? I was like, what if you were just like in the middle of the fucking park and you were trying to fly, and then I'm coming off and he's saying you can't fly, and then it's like he just takes off and he starts flying. Like, it's just wacky. It's wacky, bizarre shit that if it was on my page, it'd probably get 8,000 views and just fall on its arse, and people are like, I'm unsubscribing to this shit. But like
he has a certain cadence that, because obviously they're different people, so he'll do better jokes than you on a certain, whereas he wouldn't probably be able to do like see the way you would do like the knock at the door with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
He'd probably be better suited as the boyfriend than actually do what you did, you know, your role, because that's one thing I actually really admire about you is you do your part very well. Like, it's like you have this, and the same with the knock, and you said you were a frigid. Like, them little things, like they're like, it's really good, simple, effective, funny writing, you know that way. And he couldn't do that.
I don't know, man. I like your more serious stuff. I like your more serious when you get like with Darren, where you're like, what? So you only went to, all right, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. More so play the straight character, like I probably prefer to play the straight character than I would playing the goofy kind of funny kind of character. Like even don't want to be in front of the camera. I'd actually much prefer be behind the camera. It's just so much easier. It's when you're directing somebody and they're not doing what you want, you kind of want to just say, let me get in for a minute, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably, could you imagine writing a rap for somebody else?
We have.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wrote whole rounds for people in battle rap. Just so they do the fucking battle, like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've done shot writing as well, so I know what you're talking about, yeah.
It's just easier to do it yourself then, like, you know?
Yeah. No, and I'd be more, like, performance-wise, get stage, gigs and all, I never really, not that I didn't enjoy it, I'd enjoy it in the moment, but it's not, I again would rather be in the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of get where you're coming from with that. Yeah. Red loved being the front man and everyone recognised him and all.
I didn't. It was thrust upon me and I just took the mantle and ran with it. That's all it was. Like, we're sitting going.
So you're like, well, fucking go out there and let people recognise you.
The sound man's already 5 minutes to kill. They just pushed me out the middle of the stage. We go, no, bloke walks into a bar. He said, ouch, he was cool off. He got shot 5 times. You know, you fucking just start freestyling the jokes and shit like that. Looking over at the cameraman. Are you ready? No, they're not ready. All right, so anyway, so who here is from Donegal?
The flying sketch, how long did that take us to shoot? And come here, it's been racking me. Did you shoot that in Finglas or something?
Yeah.
The park, I fucking knew we recognised it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Mellows Park, is it Mellows Park?
Yeah. Knew we recognised it.
That actually took us like all fucking day.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we have a green screen shit. If you ever need to use it, give us a shout. Like, we have the whole green screen and stuff like that.
When he's flying, he was just lying on the ground, and we used the grass as a green screen.
We actually have one. If you ever need to borrow it, give us a shout.
Yeah, Red, not anymore. Jeebus used it for covering the fucking rubbish in his front garden.
Oh shit.
If you want to jump on the rubbish as opposed to grass.
If you know a guy with a van that wants a bit of fucking rubbish, you can go down and grab a green screen.
Free green screen.
Yeah, so it took you the whole day to do that, yeah?
Well, no. I said, I mean, you can do a lot of talking on a shoot, you know what I mean? Especially like when there's funny people around, you just kind of. That was like the first day we all shot together, so there was a lot of shit talking and back and forth, and so it took us a while to shoot it. And then the sunlight, there was lots of wind, there was sunlight, it was changing, so we were trying to get into shade to shoot it, and then it was just
do you use mics, or what way do you mic up for the sound? Like
it changes from sketch to sketch. Sometimes we use the old lapels. Sometimes I was out shooting yesterday with Darren and Jer, and we had a sound guy, Tom, was giving us a hand out, and that's I'm hoping that's going to come out soon, and the sound is going to be slick, and the image is going to be slick. I'm really looking forward to seeing the finished product of that one. But sometimes, and then sometimes just an onboard microphone will do the trick. Yeah,
or the boom. Do you use the boom or anything?
Yeah, but that's what I was saying yesterday. We had a boom. Yeah, we had a proper sound guy with the fucking.
So do you have to hire them guys, or what way does it work? Is it if you're working with a director, like because like say for rap music, or for doing a video, like we were probably lucky enough we worked with Jeebus and that, but the amount of equipment and the amount of people that it takes, and I get what you're saying, you'd be on set for the day, the crack you'd have, you'd end up half the day is wasted just fucking
having a laugh.
The bollocks, like. But,
we're just sitting there jumping at the fucking having Jeebus in a pram, pushing them for the rolling shots and shit. Like that.
Yeah.
But like the crack you have or whatever, but you don't realise the amount of work that goes into setting everything up and organising and times and schedules, and fucking the day gets away from you and you haven't got the shots that you're looking for and all. Yeah. But like, what way do you work with the lads? Like say funding wise or whatever. How are you like? Just out of interest, like.
It's just a lot of.
How much money are you making, Joseph? How much money are you making from this?
Not a lot, let me tell you. Not a lot.
Score there, will you, for the fuck's sake?
Not a lot of money being made. We started working with Boyle Sports, and that's probably the only bit of money that we.
I was actually going to ask you about that as well. How did that come about? They just got on to you saying, "We like what you're doing. Can you do as an ad sort of thing?" Or
I think it came off the back of the pub video going so viral and doing so well. It came off the back of that. Can you see me all right? It's getting a bit dark.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll be the same in a minute. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Take me cap off and I'll light us all up. He's be grand. Self-deprecation.
The Boyle Sports stuff came about off the back of the popularity of the pub thing. Although the guy from Boyle Sports did email us like 3 or 4 years ago and nothing ever came of it. So this was like a second try of it, and they gave us.
That's
like
brilliant.
Yeah, it's good to be.
Like, I mean, you were taking a lot of shots at Liverpool, but I didn't mind it. I chuckled.
It's low-hanging fruit, man. It's low-hanging fruit.
It was actually my favourite episode of
all. Alive the last time they won the league. Brilliant. Yeah, man.
And again, it's so simple as well. The simplicity of it. Is, and then it's just that's again. It's why I'm a big fan of you guys, because you take these kind of things that are kind of like. I mean, I think I'm a funny guy. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm a funny fella.
Right.
But I wouldn't be able to do what you do I mean, I think I'm more spontaneous, funny, off the cuff. When we're all sitting around, I'll be the one that makes everyone laugh. But I couldn't do what, you know, that sit down, write down, like something that like Liverpool won the league, the fans are going to be unbearable. Yeah. But for you to kind of get that at the door and the fucking, it's brilliant.
Your man's still wearing the jersey, you know, like.
It's great. Yeah. But I mean, there's some people, like my brother, I think is the funniest person I've ever known. Like he's just constantly, like he's just so funny, and he has very funny ideas as well. Like, but he wouldn't do them himself. Like he'd give me the ideas, and maybe I'd like work on them and see if that's doable, and probably make them myself if it fit. But he'd never do them himself. But then there's other people who make the videos, and even stand-up comedy. Like some of the best stand-up comedians that I've met are dry shites, like off stage. Like once they come off stage, like they're not like funny people.
Just good writers, yeah.
Yeah, like you'll find that most of them are introverts.
But in the middle of that, like my little brother Jared, he's doing stand-up now, and I always thought he was hilarious. Everyone else thought he was a fucking idiot. I mean, he's both. But I always gave him the benefit of the doubt, like, and I always thought he was hilarious. And but he's the same with me. So he's the stand-up comic, and he keeps telling everybody, "Oh, my brother Red is the funniest person I've ever met." Like, and I'm thinking, I'm telling everybody else, "Oh, my little brother Jerry's the funniest." But he gave me a blast of some of his stand-up because he's been doing it probably about a year and a half, but he hasn't put that up online. And then one day I got him locked. He lives up in Monaghan, got him locked, and then I actually gave him a few blows with joint. Didn't smoke weed on that because I got him high as well. And then all of a sudden he started doing a bit of his routine for me, and I have to say he's fucking. I wasn't sure if he'd be able to cross over because he's quite an awkward little bastard anyway. I mean, you'd laugh at him,
right?
But I'm not sure if you'd laugh with him, sort of thing. But when he's doing these bits, I'd say like he's again another reason why he says, "John, maybe I won't do fucking stand up because I'll be the second best in my gaff."
Yeah,
it's bad enough being the second best rapper in my house. You know what I mean? To deal with the fucking.
You should give it a chance. I mean, if stand-up comedy ever fucking makes a return like this,
how do you feel about that? Actually, how do you feel about the likes of fucking gigging and all getting back? Did you see that fucking thing in was it Newcastle? Where they were all fucking sectioned off and all. They had their little platforms and all for a live gig.
No way. I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that.
It's like a so the stage is set up and it's just a big field and they just all have little like little platforms and they've got chairs on them and all like.
Yeah.
And Leo going, "Oh, I hope we get this like fucking that prick."
Social distance phone. Yeah.
But like, what do you like? Would you have gigged much?
A small bit. Like I kind of stopped for I had a really bad gig. I got it was a competition. There's a big chunk of my set that's about Mosney, which is obviously a little bit racy now, but only people like yourself or myself would understand it, like because you'd have been there when you were a child. Yeah. So that's sort of what it's about. So at this gig, there was just loads of Brazilians at it, and I just knew these were not going to get any of this, and I got pissed, and it was a competition, and I had brought my friends along, so I was like, should I try? I just got fucking blackout drunk, and it was just, oh my god, even thinking now I'm cringing, man. I've had really good gigs, and I've had really bad gigs, but the anxiety it gives me preparing for a gig, I don't even, that's why I stopped. I said,
I get it. I not a little bit the same, and you get to the gig, and you be like, right, should we be playing the bopper tunes or the fucking deep tunes or and then you a horrendous crowd that's not interested and you're just like, why the fuck am I doing this? And trying to remember everything and
I know, but even with them gigs, they used to be heartbreaking. But you used to just do them. Remember we done that gig and it was so fucking bizarre because I think I was in work or something like that and I met you there. Didn't know anything about it. It was a gig. And we went in and we done the fourth track, and of course it's Class A's track, so I fucking like, yeah, we're fucking better than you. Properly kind of boom. And then at the end of it, they all started clicking. It was one of those poetry slams, and they're all clicking. And I swear to God, I think I laughed. I think we had to replay the intro for the next track 3 or 4 times because I was in convulsions. I was literally standing looking at these people, laughing at them. Was like, this is what you do. And I actually wanted it. That was when I wanted to start my stand-up career because I would have roasted every hippie cunt in that place.
Yeah.
But So yeah, the gigs. But again, I never felt nervous.
Yeah, but like, see him. He's one of these people that I don't know with me. It's because I mix a lot of music and I'll spend hours and hours mixing the one track and the same bars going around my head. The second I stop working on it, it just evaporates from my mind. This cunt will remember the most obscure verse you done 10 years ago on a feature with someone that you've never listened to, and he'll start, remember you doing He remembers everything and I forget everything. So I get up there and I go blank and I'm like, Red, what's my first line? What's this fucking?
Oh, really?
That's why I'm so good, because I do 3 verses and 2 of them are his.
Like really bad, but I think it's because like at the time I'd go from like I'd be working on Newey's album, Nuggets album, fucking Class A, my own, and you'd be mixing for hours on end. You'd be just listening to like clips of the same bars over and over again, and I just the second I stopped listening to it, it's like boom, gone. I'd have heard the track a million times and I couldn't tell you the first bar of it. I would always, and I'd get stressed over that before the gig. I'd be like, fuck, what tracks are we doing? What's my first line for that? What's the second? I'm just, I remember we were doing, remember the lifeboat? Remember we were doing a gig with Eddie's or something?
Whelan's, was it?
Lifeboat up a million times, shot the video, it was out, released and all, and Geddy's asked us to do a gig, and we went down to rehearse it with his band, and we got down there. I could not remember one fucking line out of the thing. Not one line, couldn't remember it. The guys are going through it, Red's done his verse, comes to me, boom, can't remember it.
It was a complete embarrassment, Joe. I'm not gonna lie. It was at that stage I knew Class A's was almost done.
Yeah, it was dead. I know, like I bodied it on the night, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes it's like there's a small storage space in the brain and it overloads and it just kicks out a load of fucking verses. Like,
yeah, I actually had the good thing that I'd get up and I'd do the wrong verse, but I'd do it all. And I'd realise that this is the wrong verse, but I just adapt me flow. I'd adapt the flow to it, and like I'm quite a decent performer. So if you're ever looking for our extras or anything like that for your skits, Joe, you know, I mean, I don't charge too much.
Really selling yourself here, Red.
Yeah, I don't charge too much, and I'll bring weed.
Have your people talk to my people.
Nah, my people don't talk down. You bring up. Right, I think that's a good hour and a few minutes, lads. Call it quits. Flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Jesus, it does fly, doesn't it? Jesus, I'm supposed to be cooking dinner tonight.
We're going to make sure we
what's the number for the chipper?
The trio which are Boyle Sports money, Joe.
Yeah.
Boyle Sports got that money back. I fucking like it. Down.
On the fucking hacker for the weekend.
Leipzig are winning. Get up your boy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, come here, Joe. Fair play. Appreciate you coming on. We're gonna do it again if you're up for it numerous times, I hope. And when we get the new spot set up, we'll get you in there as well. Like,
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Best luck with everything you're doing.
Thank you.
2 fans here, so we'll be promoting whatever you're doing as well. We'll help promote it in any way we can. Not that you need us.
Is there anything you want to say to
now?
Is there anything you want to say to the 212 people who are going to watch this?
That's a good number, man. That's not a bad number. That's not a bad number for starting off the podcast. Like, keep
when you think about who I actually am, and then convert it down to that, it's actually quite poor, actually. Right? Like, I mean, me alone, I should be getting about 1,000 views per episode.
No, you're living back in 2006, man.
No, bring back Dublin. Like,
no views.
Yeah, no, nice, Joe. We appreciate it.
Keep it
Come
up.
here, Joe. Send us on all your details and all that. We'll throw it in the description and all for the 212 people that might go and check this out.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to say before you go?
Fuck everyone.
Hey, keep it going.
I was actually expecting a Finton kind of speech there to say you'll come back for the next one, but whatever, like.
I should have said this part. Maybe next podcast I'll come on as Finton.
You should.
You coming on as fucking Finton?
That'd be brilliant. Get to talk to you about all your COVID regulations.
Oh yes.
Are you a masker or are you not a masker? Do you just wear your Bosco? You wear the Bosco makeup?
My boss sent me out an email saying that I'm gonna have to wear a visor, and I work 12-hour shifts, so I'm like, that's even like a mask. Probably a visor's better than a mask, but I still don't want to wear anything on my face, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a joke, isn't it?
It's a bit of a joke, all right. Yeah. I think it's a load of bollocks. I think it's a big load of bollocks.
Well,
There we go.
there you have it, folks.
Joe is
We could do the
cancelled.
whole podcast about this. What are we talking about? This fucking the wind-up merchants. We're going to be talking about bleeding.
Yeah, for the next one, we just chat bollocks, like, fuck that comedy and fucking rap shit.
Yeah. Fuck
Like,
art. Fuck art.
we're fucking, this is what, 6 or 7 episodes, is that Red? Or that, we've talked about music once. Like, that's we brought it up once, we talked about it for a few minutes, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent the whole time talking about fucking other bollocks, like.
Just me talking here about this music series.
People are listening to Red and Tera. They think they're gonna get Irish hip hop, but instead they're getting fucking anti-mask rhetoric.
They're fucking, they must be disgusted. All we did was talk about football and Trump.
That order.
What
do you think of Kamala Harris? Oh no, we're too late into it. Are we?
No, why not?
Whatever, man. Yeah, go on.
Before we go, Kamala Harris is an absolute. She called Joe Biden racist and accused him of being a sexual abuser, and now they have to work together. How fucking awkward! How awkward with that initial kind of standing there doing their little. She's like, he's sitting there going, oh, so, and she's like, should I be a racist? Fucking.
And here's the other one. If you didn't know it about her, her granddad owned slaves in Jamaica, so she has personally prospered off the back of slavery.
It's insane, isn't it?
And the Irish slaves at that as well.
What?
Wow.
I want reparations.
So,
Reparations! Just give me something that white Jamaican rum. Why go on?
Yeah, American politics is just fucked all together, man.
It's so entertaining though.
It's entertaining, yeah, because Irish politics is bollocks. It's
Irish,
just
no way, Irish politics is amazing. How did fucking Sinn Féin run away with an election and then just get fucked to the back of you get the back of the bus, you cunt.
Yeah, actually, did you see Simon Coveney put up a tweet yesterday? It fucking pissed me off. He put up one of these, I was at the shop the other day and the girl in there working, Trojan workers.
No, it was not Coveney, it was the other fella, Harris.
Yeah, Harris.
Oh, Harris, yeah, fucking Harris, even a big old wanker. Yeah, so Trojan workers, she was so upset because someone wouldn't wear a mask, such jerk, wear a mask or something like that. It's like, first and foremost, you cunts were falling asleep in the door when you had an opportunity to give these people a fucking living wage. The people who fucking got us through this COVID, the frontline workers, whatever you want to call them.
But he voted against it. He voted against.
You're fucking falling asleep in the door. You don't give a bollocks. You're giving your junior ministers an extra 16 grand. You're
Yeah, that was even funnier though as well. Even that tweet, it was like, don't be such a jerk, wear a mask. Literally a week ago.
Yeah.
He put a yoke up saying, some people can't wear masks, so don't be mean to them. And now here he is walking a week later calling people jerks. Well, guess what? You're the jerk.
Yeah, you're a circle jerk.
Sorry, there's a battle rapper in me there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, like the Irish politics are just they're just so brazenly fucking corrupt.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I find it so bizarre. It's like there's just no hiding it. They don't hide it at all. Like they're just
like in America they'll call each other out like crooked Hillary Clinton, and you know what I mean. Over here it's like they're all patting each other on the back going, your mate owns that factory, doesn't he? Right, we'll give you this grant, and you start looking into them and you're like, you are robbing everybody. Yeah. And you're just so upfront about it. You don't give a bollocks, like.
No, it's crazy.
And me and Red will always have this back and forth. He's like, I don't mind, like the fucking. The right to do it if they can get away with it. Why wouldn't you do it? Like,
why do it? Why fucking do it in a heartbeat? I would. Like,
you know.
Why did you think I wanted to be a councillor?
Yeah. I would get a few hints off it. No, but it is true though. I think a lot of people, again, it's Irish bigotry, going, oh yeah, look at them looking after their mates and all. Well, if I was a millionaire, I'd be looking after Tera. If I was in these positions, I'd be doing it. I would be doing it.
I think with Fintan, if you were to just take a little bit of the silliness out of it, you have a genuine fucking platform there, like the stuff you're talking about, like you get away with it, you know what I mean? Like,
but I think I think I agree with all his policies. Like,
that's how you just took the silliness out of it, like you'd come here. It's
stylish debut.
It's a gravy train. Get in there while the getting's good.
Yeah, I didn't come last in the election. I ran in the local election and I didn't come last, so I see that as a success. And actually, I think somebody below me, someone that finished below me. So there's a vacancy in the council now because somebody got moved for the Senate, and somebody that finished below me now is in the running for that seat. So I'm like, oh, Pippin should have got that.
Where did we go for that? We did well for that.
Because it's like a Fianna Fáil party member, so it's that left the vacancy. So Fianna Fáil just fill amongst themselves, like, which is bollocks. That's not how it works.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, like, Steenson's outlet is involved in there. What's he?
He's Steenson's outlet is a solicitor.
He's
Political views, but he ran.
Was he not a TD or something? No.
He ran, but he didn't get it. He ran a couple of times. He ran a couple of times, but didn't get it. Just missed out.
Yeah.
Over that Tera, it's mad awkward now. We used to go back and talk to Rob now as if we didn't have the conversation. Can't even let Steenson watch this now, and we bigged them up earlier.
Yeah. Sorry, pal. Sorry, you fucking.
Sorry for putting in the podcast on such a fucking dampener. Like I have to say, I'm actually upset now. To be honest with you.
Come here, I actually need to bring this. Any of us hear that story about the football manager from Bluebell that got done with the 3 million of heroin? Man, he was a good mate of mine. Like, we used to play at Bowls, at Cove Ramblers, Kilkenny, Dublin City. I played with him at every fucking one of them. When I seen it in the news, I was like, oh shit, man, if that kid, like, I hope I don't get linked to him or something, we'd be gone. 3 million in heroin they found in a fucking warehouse. I think it was him, his brother, and another footballer. So, like, Bluebell, the club, I'd say, are going to be investigated. He must have been putting money in there or something.
Yeah, maybe.
What a story. Like, it was like, Jesus Christ, seeing his picture on the front of the page, like, oh, wait, there's Andy Noonan. Seeing what the story was, I was like, ooh. Fucking, like,
but there's Andy Newman. Andy Newman.
A couple of people said it. I was like, I know him. He's actually a sound bloke. And I'm like, sound bloke selling heroin. Like, he's not a bad bloke. Like, his outfit used to do security or something. He used to get us. We do the stewards for like the Bon Jovi concerts in Lansdowne Road and all. You get £100 in the pocket and get to see Bon Jovi at the end. You know what I mean? That's not a bad bloke.
Now the country's literally living on a prayer.
But yeah, no, did you see that, Red? Yeah, did you see the story?
Yeah, no, I seen it. I didn't delve into it. I just I see with Irish stuff. I seen it, laughed and moved on. There's nothing there that surprises me. Growing up in the lock, seen a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Then a Dave Chappelle not a baby selling crack on the corner. Like,
what you doing, baby?
I thought that was funny because I could relate to it. Do you know what I mean? I knew that little kid. I was that little kid. Yeah, now on that note, I have to go and make sure my child is still alive.
Yeah, no, fair play. Yeah, so nice one to everyone for tuning in. We'll catch us again next week on the Red and Tera Show.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Joe.
Bye.